Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun.
The missing in Savannah.
And then you come along, and it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Codi?
Hey family, I wanted to come on earlier because there's breaking news going on down there in Virginia. Okay, you guys, get on in here. Make sure you share the live right now. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes and we're going to talk a little bit about Codi, this letter, what's going on down there in Virginia. They're going to probably start this case in February, no later than March. That's what they're saying on the news. So some people say, oh no, SP, it's March. I don't know. It's either February or March, but some things have came out in court. I want to give shout outs to everybody that's up in here. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm a little bit sad about what I'm going to share with everybody. So please listen up. It's not good. It's just not good. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. I want to give a shout out to my girl that's down there, Rhoda Live. She's on Facebook, you guys. She's been covering this case. Whether you like her or don't like her, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But I give a shout out to her because at least we still know what's going on. And when somebody rides it out, a ride or die chick, that's what I like. I ain't gotta know her, and I don't suck tail, kiss tail, or whatever. I just call it like a TI is. If somebody do good work, I'm gonna give them a shout out, and I respect that. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody, let me tell you, I don't get just my information from one person or one resource or I go, but when somebody gives me something, I follow it. If the news come on and say something, I follow it. If other people has quoted what the news said and I have not got it yet, I follow it. And that's what's going on right now. So first of all, let everybody get on in here, you guys. And I'm going to share something with you. I did have a video. I just don't want to even use the video right now. If we get to the video, that'll be fine. If we don't get to the video, that's cool too. You understand what I'm saying? That's cool too. Because what I'm about to tell you on the breaking news. So they did have court today in Virginia. And it was to file motions. And Amina Matheny Willer is Cory's attorney. She wanted to file a motion to close using the baby, the 5-year-old DB, DJ, whatever you guys want to call him, DB, DJ, whatever. And I'm not saying nothing little about the child. I'm saying she wanted the judge to seal it. She don't want nobody to hear that. The judge said no. We're gonna hear it, and it's gonna be in a closed caption TV. He's too scared to go to court in front of his dad. And so she interviewed this child. I don't know how long it took. Some say 30 minutes to an hour, whatever. But she's like, we shouldn't do this. It's going to damage the child. And I'm pretty sure it will. But still yet, if the child knows something, then okay, let's hear what the child has to say. And the judge is going to be in the room with the child. So it's going to be on the TV where the child won't have to look at his daddy and get to start crying. He's 5 years old. I get it, you guys. But we still need to find Codi. Okay? So we need to know what this child going to say. But not only that, breaking news, and I'm going to tell you right now, it came on the news. Rhoda even said it also. Let me go down into my notes. I made notes, so I want you guys to hear the letter that they're talking about. There's more than one letter that Cory wrote. Okay? So it's not just a letter in his cell that, some random officer done found and turns in. Cory literally went to a police officer, and said, come here, I need to tell you something. This was what was said in court today, 10 minutes ago. He said, the officer said he told me to come to him, and when I went to him, he said, my son, Codi, is dead. He said, I want to tell you what happened. The officer says, okay. He says, this is what happened. I went to my truck to put some things or get some things out, some laundry. Was going to go do some laundry. And when I came back in the house, Codi was on the ground, on the floor, wasn't breathing. So I started CPR, and he didn't respond to the CPR. And I tried, and it didn't work. So I went outside to smoke something. Whatever he smoked, some marijuana, some whatever, some kush, I don't know what he smoked, a cigarette, whatever he smoked. And he prayed to his God. Once he prayed to his God and got done smoking what he needed to smoke, he went back in the house and he decided to do some more CPR, believing that God was going to bring this child back. Now he don't know if he failed, he got into something, but all he know, he was laying there and he wasn't responding to the CPR. Okay? So he decided to put Codi in a bag, a black trash bag, bound and tied. Hands are tied, feet are tied, in a black bag. Once he put Codi in a black bag, he put him in his truck. He put him in his truck and kept him there for 3 days. Everybody's doing this 3-day thing. It was 3 days when Tyrese died. They stopped him on the 7th. He died on the 10th. There's another thing. But anyway, he drove around after putting the child in the bag. He drove around and he found a trash can. He drove around on a street on Morgan Boulevard. And he found a trash place, dumpster. He put the black bag in the dumpster. Once he put the baby in the black bag in the dumpster, he decided, I'm going to take him out the dumpster. I'm going to take him out the dumpster because I don't want my child in the trash in the dumpster. So then he told the officer. So I drove around on Morgan Boulevard some more and I found a tree. And I buried Codi underneath the tree. And I left his bicycle there too. Then I went back to a dumpster and I threw all the evidence stuff in a dumpster somewhere. Allegedly, people got some dates and times off. They're saying August the 22nd of 22. But this could not have been August 22nd of 22. I'm just letting you guys know. Sometimes people get hype and they get the days and months and years mixed up. Because Codi was allegedly reported missing January the 31st of 2022. So he couldn't have done this in August of 22. So they must have been talking about August of 2021. Okay? And that's what happened to Codi. I will give a recap real quick. Like I said, we're not going to stay on here long. I know everybody's like, I'll recap just the little things, what I said for the ones in the back that came in late. I'll say it again. This is what he told the officer. He told the officer to come to him twice. The officer came to Cory Bigsby. He said, I want to tell you what happened to my son. He's dead. He said, I went to go put laundry or go get laundry out of my truck. When I came in the house, he was on the floor unresponsive. I started CPR and he did not respond. I did CPR. He didn't respond. So I went outside. I prayed to my God. I smoked some stuff. And then after I smoked some stuff, I went back in the house. I did some more CPR and he just didn't respond. He panicked. He put Codi in a bag, a black bag, bound his hands up, feet up, drove down Morgan Boulevard, put him in the trash, decided that's not a good place, took him out the trash, found a tree, buried him underneath the tree, and left a bike by the tree, and then went and threw the evidence of whatever he had away. And that's how that happened. That is, so the officer said, I need to go tell my superior what you said. Are you able to cut one side of the barring system, whatever you want to call it, and he's in the other cell? Nobody else, just the supervisor and Cory. And she asked him, tell me what you told this officer. And Cory repeated what we just said twice. Well, what I said twice to you guys. What he did. And he told her, this is what I told the officer. So the supervisor asked Cory, are you willing to write this down? And Cory says yes. Now, I don't know if Cory has some type of writing disability, a small writing disability, but that is another form of confession letter that I believe that they have, because that is what was said in court today. Everybody got what I said? Put a 1 in the chat. Okay? Some of this information comes from the news. Some of the information comes from 2 reporters down there in Virginia. And some of it comes from Rhoda Live. Okay? You can't make stuff up like this. You just can't. I know some people's like, okay, we were going to go over some things that we went through, and I'll still share with you guys, but I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to still share with you because, we was wondering, did the mom have something to do with it? Why she made a strong statement one time and said, just bring my child home. Maybe she couldn't put it in her heart. But this is breaking news. You guys are going to hear this today. It's going to be on the news. They did not revoke the bond because this was already said and done, Connie. This was already done and said back in July of this year. They already had this information a long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know if he drove him out of state, but no, this has nothing to do with revoking the bond. This was known already. This is what they've been fighting to keep out of anybody hearing what was in that letter, saying he was confused and they tricked him, and then they let him have some Hardee's, bring some Hardee's in, and all of this other stuff. Yeah, they already knew this before they even gave him the bond. Exactly. And is that, I don't know. I'm not from that area. I was talking to the 2 people. They were trying to figure it out. And, I'm not going to come back on at 3 o'clock. I'm going to just tell you guys right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. I hate to say it, but, this is not good news. But I knew sooner or later they were fighting to keep that letter out, and they were fighting hard to keep that child from getting on the stand. And here's the thing. That 5-year-old getting on the stand, that is going to be traumatizing. He confessed in the 2 days they held him trying to find the body. No, he did that back in let me do some I can do some research real quick and tell you when that letter came out. Because I think it was this year. about June or July. That's when all the crap hit the fan. And remember when they gave him the second time around to go to try to refresh his memory to the mental hospital? He was trying to refresh his memory. That's when the judge allowed them to send him back the second time around. I'm gonna play this little video for you guys because I think it's going. Yeah.
Is mounting in the search for 4-year-old Cory Bigsby.
Police are saying just a little bit, but the boy's mother has something to say. As we've told information from police. 10 News Sign's Brett Hall has more on that, as well as the statement from Cody's mother. Brett?
Tom and Anita, frustration seemingly present for all involved at this point.
I said, you guys, I wanted to say, I don't know if you guys heard me. This is just refreshing. That's what we were going to do. We was going to go back over a lot of the things that happened. So this is just some of the things. And I had another video. I didn't even upload it when this hit the fan. This is just refreshing your mind about what the mother has said. And then we're going to talk a little bit before I leave. But remember what the mother has said. It makes sense now why the mother had said, I would see him in court.
But tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from Cory Bigsby's mother. Now, we are not naming her right now, as she is not accused of doing anything wrong, and according to Hampton's police chief, she is not a person of interest in Cody's disappearance, but she wants the community to hear something from her. Tonight, the question for the last 11 days remains the same. Where is Cory Bigsby? Searches by police and community members continue in Hampton as the 4-year-old's picture is shared far and wide. The goal? Just bring Cody home. Cody's mother telling 10 on Your Side in her first statement since her son's disappearance. She appreciates all everyone is doing. She says in part, "It truly warms my heart. I am praying for the safe return of my baby boy. Cody, I hope the public and the community understand and respect my position during this tragic time." The statement went on to say she is reluctant to say more about the situation at the advice of legal counsel. She alluded to possible involvement in the legal case. No charges have been filed in Cody's disappearance, but his father, Cory Bigsby, is currently behind bars on child neglect charges that stemmed from the police department's investigation. Still, the community wants more answers. Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot telling City Council last night.
I want to start by thanking you all for not being a distraction throughout a very long and difficult investigation.
He says detectives are focused on getting it right.
The evidence about what likely occurred has been very clear. There's little about this.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I want to say something. Remember Mark Talbot saying that little quote right there? A lot of this is just so already, like, there's nothing to guess about. Very little to put your mind together. They basically know, you know what I'm saying, that this child was gone. That's why sometimes you have to listen to the police because, you know, they knew other stuff and it's going to come out in court. This man is not going to, he's guilty. He better live his best days right now, because when Mark Talbot made that comment and said there's very little to speculate on, there was a reason for that.
That has been mysterious.
Cory Bigsby was transferred to the Hampton Roads Regional Jail in Portsmouth today. He'll be there until at least the end of the month, awaiting a bond appeal hearing. His attorney tells us that he's hopeful Bigsby will be released so he can assist in the search for his son.
Wow. That is why she says, I guess I missed quite a lot. Thank you for so much for recapping all this. Wow, I knew I was behind, but a lot has happened that I didn't know. Okay, thank you, Connie. Thank you. We got Lisa in the building. She says, I believe regardless of what we feel about the mom, she's apparently not involved, and she's a mother that lost her child, a kid, tragically. Yes, Lisa. Sometimes, but and here's the thing, some people will get mad and beat people up because when it comes to a child that's missing, you kind of, you can rule out whoever you want because you're a mom and we have feelings, but as an advocate for kids, we look at everybody. We just do. And if I lost my kid, look at me too. Dang it, look at me, because okay, it's crazy. Like, I would want, if I did something and I didn't know I did it or whatever, yeah, find me guilty of whatever I did wrong. Because at the end of the day, when I lost a child one time, or the child came up, walked away from the house, I'm not trying to get, out of jail. Like, I'm beating myself up. What could have done? How could I lost a kid? How this happened? Why did I trust this person to watch my kid while I run the other kid to school, and then they bounce real quick, and now I'm standing there by myself and I'm beating myself? Never this is gonna happen again. So any mother that feels any kind of way different than that, okay, yeah, I get it. You didn't do it directly, but yeah, make sure whoever has that, I'm looking at some stuff right now, you guys, and I'm sitting there like, how this mother sees this stuff and she's still protecting the man, and the kid is just losing it. And I'm sitting back like, you're part of the problem a little bit, somewhat indirectly, because you can see this domino coming down, but you're still not standing ground for that child. Either get the child out of the way. You're supposed to protect that child no matter what. That's you. That's a part of you. What mama would not say, dang, if you lost my child before, dang, I couldn't find my kids, you jumped up and moved without notifying me. Okay, I need to do some stuff. I'm going to tell you guys something that blew my mind back up. But I was on the phone talking to one of my friends, one of my besties, and my phone pinged, and I looked to see who it was. I didn't answer it. I didn't answer my phone because sometimes, I don't get displaced in what I'm doing. And guess who it was that was calling my phone? You guys will never guess. I want one person to try to put in the chat who they think was calling my phone. And this was 5 o'clock yesterday. And I still don't know what that person wanted. Just one person, just try to guess. Or 2, 3 people, try to guess who it was. It's a mama. It's a case that we did. Just tell me who you think it was. And I don't know what she wanted, but her name came on up because she called me before, so I knew it was her. It wasn't somebody playing games or whatever. Somebody. Nobody can guess who it was. I'll tell you who it was. Carol Small said April. How did you guess it was April Thomas? I done talked to pretty much every case mama or the father. How did you guess it, Carol? How did you guess it was April? That's who it was. It was April Thomas. I didn't call back. I did not call back. But remember, she was angry with me because I never accused her of anything. I never accused her of anything. I just said, we want justice for Cupcake. And the thing about it is, some words was, put out, and she said something, towards the case about this or that. I'll tell you, I just don't like opening up bad wounds, but I've never had a problem with her. She said she got comfortable. I'm going to tell you something. I felt sad for that mother I couldn't just sit here and comfort her while you say you just got comfortable, because I know freaking well you blame yourself. And I know, and I'm not going to beat her up. I never did beat her up. And I still not going to beat her up. But I know good and well you feel some kind of at fault. You got to. Who leaves a 3-year-old out in crack alley all by themselves? Wet diaper. Ain't nobody changing her for hours and hours and hours. You know, you just got comfortable with that? Okay, what did you get comfortable with? Leaving her at a party that she wasn't invited with? You guys don't even live there. Or leaving her in a diaper for hours and hours and hours? Or not checking on her? What did you get comfortable with? Because evidently what you're saying was how you were managing your motherly skills, you got comfortable with it. A 3-year-old. So I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't beat her up. I didn't beat her up. I just couldn't understand. And nobody got to explain it to me. I'm no judge or jury. But I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't beat her up because I know for a fact she beats herself up every day. Because she's going to feel that. She's going to feel like, dang, you know, I could have been there. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. Who don't? When I found my brother on the ground at his house, I beat myself up. Because he like, sis, you take care of me and I take care of you. Those are the last things my brother told me. And I'm sitting there thinking, I should have brought him home with me. You know, I should have checked. I should have went ahead and went, you know, garage selling with him another day. I do. If you human, that's what you do. And there's nothing I could have done because, you know, there's no mistakes when it comes down to if he was supposed to be here, he will be here. But yes, I beat myself up. Even till this day, I think about it. You know, I didn't cause the seizure, but I wasn't there. But I know he has seizure. So I should have put more. I had a nurse coming over there and stuff. He's telling nurses to go. No, I don't want nurses. I can't make people stay there when you're telling them to leave. I can give you all the excuses in the world, but I'm telling you, I still beat myself up. Okay? So, yeah, you know, some people may think the mother do have something to do with it. And it's just surprising that when she knew whatever she knew something, whatever she knew. The kids said something to her or whatever she knew. She said again that when they, you know, respectfully, her attorney told her to just don't do no interviews and all this other stuff and just, you know, whatever she said. Like I said, I would never come back and say, girl, I'm sorry, I thought it was you. I mean, I don't think it's you, but we want to know what you know. We want to know when was the last time. We want to know who seen the child last. We want to know as much information, and that is my job. So I don't, you know, I ask questions. I try to interview people. People call me, tell me this, tell me that, tell me this. Oh, hey, you seen her on Facebook? Okay, give me that. You seen her on TikTok? Let's throw that. Because what we're supposed to do is get people riled up so they can speak. Because the more that they speak, the more that, you know, they might let something out. That's what we do. I'll let y'all see this and I'm out. Again.
frustration is mounting in the search for 4-year-old Cory Bigsby.
Police are saying just a little bit, but the boy's mother has something to say. As we've told you, the focus of the search itself has changed over the last several days. What people in the neighborhood want is more information from police. TeNika News 9's Brett Hall has more on that, as well as the statement from Cody's mother. Brett?
Tom and Anita, frustration seemingly present for all involved at this point. But tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from Cory Bigsby's mother. Now, we are not naming her right now, as she is not accused of doing anything wrong. And according to Hampton's police chief, she is not a person of interest in Cody's disappearance. But she wants the community to hear something from her. Tonight, the question for the last 11 days remains the same. Where is Cory Bigsby? Searches by police and community members continue in Hampton as the 4-year-old's picture is shared far and wide. The goal? Just bring Codi home. Cody's mother telling 10 on Your Side in her first statement since her son's disappearance. She appreciates all everyone is doing. She says in part, "It truly warms my heart. I am praying for the safe return of my baby boy. Codi, I hope the public and the community understand and respect my position during this tragic time." The statement went on to say she is reluctant to say more about the situation at the advice of legal counsel. She alluded to possible involvement in the legal case. No charges have been filed in Cody's disappearance, but his father, Cory Bigsby, is currently behind bars on child neglect charges that stemmed from the police department's investigation. Still, the community wants more answers. Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot telling City Council last night.
I want to start by thanking you all for not being a distraction throughout a very long and difficult investigation.
He says detectives are focused on getting it right.
The evidence about what likely occurred has been very clear. There's little about this that has been mysterious.
Cory Bigsby was transferred to the Hampton Roads Regional Jail in Portsmouth today. He'll be there until at least the end of the month, awaiting a bond appeal hearing. His attorney tells us that he's hopeful Bigsby will be released so he can assist in the search for his son.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
along
as
the
bright
tower
as
has
the
been
sun.
missing in Savannah.
And when you come around, and it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much that